Hi there, my name is Andreas Amnol, and I'm sitting down today with Augie Cooke-Nesme from Vertige, the band, here in Los Angeles, California. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Greetings.
So, tell me a little bit about yourself, Augie.
Yes.
At what age did you start playing guitar?
I started around, I'm going to say 9 years old.
9 years
8
old?
to 9 years old, yes.
Cool. And what was it that inspired you to pick up the guitar?
I remember the first thing I heard guitar related that I thought was really cool was when a friend was over for dinner, one of my parents' friends, and he put on Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix, and I was like, oh wow, these are cool sounds, what is that? And he was like, oh, that's a guitar. And I'm like, oh wow. I think that's the first memory I have of like thinking, oh, that's gonna make me want to kind of pick it up.
Yeah. So there was no guitar really like just laying around for you to try?
No. Then I got my first guitar for my 9th birthday, so that's right around where I started. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But then I got into Green Day, so it's total switch.
Night and day, dude.
Night and day, yeah. Green Day for many years. That got me really hooked, and then transitioned to.
Yeah. Green Day's a great band, though.
Fucking love Green Day.
Yeah.
I love
Can't go
Green
wrong
Day.
with Green Day.
Love them.
So, where do you feel like you are right now as a musician?
Like in my career, or
Playing wise and
Growth-wise.
career wise.
well, career wise, let's see, definitely further than I ever have been with this band Vertige. We're playing a lot of shows, which is what I've always wanted to do, is just be on stage.
Yeah.
We're writing songs. We're writing our own songs, which is awesome too.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do that.
Needs to be more original bands out there that are really trying to blow out, and you
Yes.
guys are definitely one of them.
We're trying. We're trying to be on the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at least not a cover band. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be part of a cover band.
No.
That doesn't seem very inspirational. I would
So,
settle.
what would you say your goals are as a musician? Where do you see yourself like 5 to 10 years down the line from now?
Goals, hopefully, like touring musician. I have a few like venues that I hope to play one day. Red Rocks is one of them in Colorado.
Great venue.
I mean, these are like really, like, it's kind of naive of me to be saying this because these are
Why
really
is it
like high
naive?
and unattainable. Well, I don't know, but or Carnegie Hall, like the big great
Yeah.
places, or damn, there's one more.
Royal Albert Hall?
Oh, that'd be nice too. I haven't
Yeah.
thought about that. That'd be nice too. But I guess the Troubadour. We already played the Troubadour, but that was.
You guys killed it that show.
But we were booked, through a promoter who was just trying to get bands. So it's not like they called us. I'd like a Troubadour show.
But to me,
Yeah.
what I saw was Vertige basically was headlining, and the majority of the people was there to see you, and there was a good amount of people. You're one of those bands. Like what really blows me away about Vertige is, and this is a compliment, is that without having really officially released any music, you guys have become like one of the hippest live bands right now in LA, which is why I'm sitting here talking with you, because I think that you guys are.
I
doing
actually,
something.
That's funny. I don't know what people consider. I mean, it's not like that many people know us, but.
Well, you know, I don't have to walk the
But that's interesting to hear you say that
Yeah.
we're considered a hip live band. It's true. Without any music released, like we gotta release. Some
How
music.
many bands do you think is doing that, where they're like drawing such a big crowd and they don't have any songs out?
I guess not
Not-
that
not
many. I don't
anyone
know.
that
Maybe
I
not,
know.
not that many. I guess you always have to have kind of something out there for people to be like, oh,
Well, but isn't
Yeah.
that kind of the mystery about Vertige right now? Is
Maybe.
that people
Maybe.
don't know?
I
They
guess
come
so.
there.
Maybe that's working for us. Who knows? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
But
also, and then they come and they see this band that really like gives 120% every time.
Yeah, we do. I think that's what has been going for us is we have some good energy.
Great live
I
band.
think we have good
and really good
energy.
songs,
Thank you.
in my opinion. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they're definitely original in that they're unconventional. Let's say unconventionally structured songs.
yeah, which is good.
But yeah,
So tell us a little bit about who your biggest heroes are as a guitar player.
take a guess. Guess number one.
well, I know.
You know, okay.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, number one. Hence the, for all you Stevie fans out there, Stevie Ray Vaughan, hands down, number one.
And at what age did you get into Stevie Ray Vaughan?
I'm gonna say 12, 11, 12, around there. Yeah, my guitar teacher brought me one of his songs, "Mary Had a Little Lamb." And
Right,
at
he
first,
did
I was super into Green Day, so I was like, "What the hell is this? I don't want to play this. This is horrible." And he was like, "Work on the solo, and then we'll reconvene next week." And I was like, "Oh God, okay, fine." And then somewhere in that week, that's when I started like looping over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
And then I somehow got hooked in there,
You got
like from one day
obsessed.
to the next.
yeah.
And then Green Day was
Out of the way.
out of the way. Still love them
And
though. Love Green
Then, who is your second biggest influence?
Day.
You would say?
Second, Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
Eric Johnson.
And
for sure.
what?
I discovered him later.
Yeah.
Probably 17 or so. 17, 18,
Yeah.
I think. Him, I just love he's so clean and very warm, woody tone. And he's almost very classical in the way he plays, like with his arpeggios and like
Yeah.
kind of plays within the chords. Still has bluesy elements too, and blues is always going to be my roots, but
Yeah.
no, I just love the stuff he does. And then third would be David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. Also,
Great guitar player.
yeah, super melodic and good choice of notes. Always good choice
Always
of notes.
good choice of
Doesn't play too many notes like I tend to do a lot, and Eric Johnson does too, but better than me. Yeah, love Pink Floyd too. Those are the main three.
Those
Top
are the big ones, and they're all Strat guys,
All
which
Strat
is very
guys.
interesting.
I know. Yeah, I don't have any. That's true. actually.
Gibson guys.
Well, Gary Moore. I like Gary Moore. He
Gary
was
Moore. He did use a Strat.
he uses Strat sometimes, yeah, but he was mainly Gibson.
Yeah.
But I do like Gary Moore.
I have to say though, when I listened to some of the live videos with
Uh-huh.
Gary, he had the 59 burst with the
Yes.
out of phase in
The out
between
of phase,
position,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that sounded like almost like a Strat. in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I guess it did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a great tone.
great
He had
guitar
a
player.
super great tone. He could make his guitar like sound
So
like it's crying.
when you're writing,
Mhm.
what inspires you when you're writing a new piece of music to bring to the band?
Well, whenever we've written stuff, most of the time, I'm gonna say 80% of the time, it's been me and Naomi sitting down. And I don't know if there's any direct inspiration I can think of. Where I just sit down. Maybe they're like ideas that have been going through my head. Some of the ideas we have, some of the songs we have ideas that are like 10 years old that I've had and they've just popped out basically. But
Yeah.
so we'll sit down and she'll be like, try something, just go start fiddling, and I'll just start fiddling, and then she'll say I like that, and then I'll try progressions or going to the next part, and then kind of work through it like that. So actually, pretty seamlessly. We've always had a very, very good writing chemistry.
Yeah, you got it. Really. seems like you guys are really like good friends too, and you're both French.
Yes, both French. That is true. Hence the name Vertige for the
Yeah.
band.
Vertigo.
Yeah. Yes, Vertigo for those who don't know.
Yeah.
Vertige in French.
Americans.
No, yeah, it's definitely a good songwriting partnership.
Yeah.
I'll say, for sure. Yeah.
So, for you, what is the absolute favorite performance that you've had so far with Vertige?
I want to say the Troubadour. That was definitely up there.
That was
And
really up there.
that was an interesting one because the very first, like our intro, we greatly royally fucked up.
Really?
Oh, yeah, big time. Or I guess only we know, but I think it was pretty obvious. And historically, that would throw me off, and I'd be like, oh crap, this is gonna just cloud the rest of the show. But I didn't let that happen to me. And then the energy ended up being there, and we had a great time. And we were just like, screw it, let's just go for it.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite is a show at Davies we had once in our residency last year. That was
I
just-
saw all shows during
saw
that
all-
residency. All of
Really?
them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the first one or the second one. I think it might have been the
The
one. in
first one
February.
with Jeremy, who is the drummer,
Yes.
by the way.
Yes, Jeremy's drummer. Yes, I think it was in February, so that was the first one.
Yeah.
There was a show we did. I don't know, like I'm sure you have this too. Like you have those nights that are inexplicable, like the energy's just there, like
Yeah.
so much more, and you don't really. I don't think we've had a show like that since, where we just felt all so good and happy, and also because we did like a blues improv in the middle that wasn't really planned, and we but fed off each other,
Yeah.
and could read each other exactly what we were gonna do, and it just worked out perfectly like that. I think that made it great too.
Do you think that's what kind of like sealed it with like bringing Jeremy full time into the band? Because he was kind of just trying out for the band at the time, I think.
I think for the residency, we were pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what the first show with him was.
It was the first show at the
residency?
Yeah.
That was the first show. Wow, I can't. That was over a year ago. That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Time
dude,
flies.
from the first show. Yeah, he was in.
Yeah.
The second he started playing.
Great drummer.
Because we've had awesome drummer. Love you, Jeremy. We've had another drummer come in, and I think we've seen other drummers too, like to audition, and he picked up the songs
Yeah.
knew the songs like the back of his hand in half a second already.
Yeah. Well, Jeremy works hard.
He does work
Which
hard.
is
He's a hard
awesome.
worker. Works
So,
hard and drinks beers by himself.
yeah, I guess I already kind of asked you what inspired you to write new music, but you said that it's you and Naomi sitting down, and
Mostly.
yeah, you usually pull something that you've had maybe sometimes from before, and then you kind of build on that.
Oh.
And I guess I tend to do that too. Like I have songs from like fucking 10 years ago that
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring into the mix, and like we'll start working on it, you know?
Yeah. And sometimes they just sit there for years. They just ruminate, and then you never know. One day they're just gonna.
That works now.
I remember. That worked. I remember when I did that, and it was a completely different idea.
Yeah. So this
But-
is obviously your absolute favorite guitar.
This is my baby.
Yeah. And
This is my
when
baby.
did you buy this guitar?
Well, it was bought for me actually. It was a gift
Mm.
in 2008 for a Christmas present. Yeah, this is my well, actually not my first guitar. This is my second. But she's been through a lot, as you can
Yeah.
see. She's been thrown on stage. She's been fixed. Thank you, Drew.
It makes me really happy to see a guitar that's actually been played a lot.
Yeah, I know. I feel like there's two schools of thought. Like people who want their guitars like in mint condition, untouched, like
Yeah.
no, not a scratch. And then there's people like Stevie or I guess Hendrix or whatever who are just like love their guitars to death. I know Stevie loved his guitar, but the things
Yeah.
he would do to it on stage, it's like almost like
Yeah.
a love-hate relationship. Like,
Yeah.
I love you, but that's
So
life.
tell us a little bit about this guitar. What it's a Strat, but tell us
Strat?
about it.
Oop. Strat, it's Mexican made. There's not much. This is pretty original. I did replace these
The tuners.
to make them more vintage
Yeah.
because they had these like the 60s tuners. That's pretty much all I replaced. I
Yeah.
did put jumbo. What are they called? Large jumbo frets, medium. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not medium jumbo. The largest frets I could get
Yeah.
on this.
Just scars or
I have no idea. Sorry,
I'm
tech nerds.
terrible with that.
I have no idea what the frets are called,
Yeah.
but I think they definitely put bigger ones on because I have really heavy strings.
Yeah.
Um,
But you have
already-
even the original pickups and the original pots.
These are original everything. Yeah,
Everything
I
is
think
stock.
I've changed those
Yeah.
because it was buggy. But original pickups, original neck. Yeah,
Yeah. And you recently had this guitar repaired.
I had this guitar
Yeah.
repaired.
You were
because-
rocking really hard.
Yes, I threw it on stage, and I don't know if you guys can see. There's a little.
We'll do a zoom up
scar.
of
Let's
that
see, it's a
later.
Scar. Yeah, we can zoom in on it later.
Yeah.
This whole thing snapped off
Yeah.
when I threw it on stage, so definitely.
But
my
that's
fault.
like a pride and joy thing, almost like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I almost thought like it's time to get a new neck because the frets are old anyway. I have to refret it for a second time, and I might as well just get a new neck. But yeah, there's something sentimental, you know.
Yeah.
This is
Totally
a
understand.
guitar with a new neck. It's
Yeah.
not the same guitar.
I love the fact that you can see how all the screws have like rusted. The pole pieces on the
know.
pickups is starting to turn brown. Like,
Oh, I know. Yeah, the right here.
Imagine
Mhm.
in like 20 years from now, if you still have this guitar, like how awesome this guitar is gonna look.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it
It's-
already looks badass as.
Yeah, I
hell,
don't
you
know.
but-
don't
Does
know,
it have
it
a
might-
name? Have you named it?
It does have a name. Its name is Susie.
Susie.
Susie with a Z. I can't remember exactly why I called it Susie, but that's from years and years ago.
That's a good
Actually,
name.
has a Facebook page too, called
Yeah.
Susie Guitars.
Nice.
I can't log into there anymore. But.
Oh shit. So, kind of relating to that, what is your dream guitar? I know it's a weird question, but
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't know. Like my dream guitar, if it's not this one, it's a guitar that will have been used and be super personal
yeah.
that I've had for years. So right now, I'd say it's this one versus like getting a new guitar. Like there's just like a new, like an awesome car and like my dream car or something. I wouldn't think of it that way. Like I want my guitar to be like worn and like
Yeah.
rusty. Just
I
like,
was gonna say, like, would you want like a 50s Strat?
I mean, if someone offered me one, I would 100%.
You wouldn't pay for it though.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Like
I mean, I'm happy.
$50,000.
Yeah, maybe not $50,000 for it. I mean, I'm happy with it. I have 3 guitars. This is my main one.
Yeah.
I don't. It does what I need it to do.
That's all
I'm
you
happy
need.
with it.
Yeah. So, tell us a little bit about your amp here.
Yes. This is just a reissue. 65 Super Reverb reissue. I got it in 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
You don't use the bright switch at all?
I do, but the higher you go, apparently, the less it matters. But actually, try popping it. A little brighter.
Beautiful sound.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I do use I'll play with it depending on how it sounds on stage. But
Have you ever tried a vintage one?
I've played. Yes, I have actually. When I used to perform on the East Coast.
Did you feel like it made a huge difference? Like, was it audibly different?
Oh man, I would say no, but I'm sure there's purists out there who would argue yes.
Because I've had the opportunity lately to try a lot of like really vintage gear, and my friend Sam, he has a 56 Strat, he has a 61 Telecaster, he has a 65 Super Reverb.
He's
he
the
has-
65. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
What do you think?
I have some vintage Gibsons, and what I'm starting to come to conclusion is that it's a little bit hype,
Yeah, I mean, I'm
and
sure.
some people are not gonna like me saying that, but
Oh yeah, the purists are gonna kill us for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think a lot of it.
100%. These guys, all of it. Like gear can only get you so far. the best gear. I know so many people who collect the most gear and, you know, the best tech, the best pedals, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to make you a better player. Sorry.
No, I
But-
agree. Sorry to sound
but-
like douchebags, but
No, I mean, I'm sure there is a difference, like slight.
there is
difference
a
that you can
slight
hear,
difference,
like
but
maybe
I-
clarity. But is that going to be the thing that makes your record sound good or not? Is that going to make you a better guitar player?
I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's more of a, is it fun?
Yeah, it's definitely a nerdy thing. It's a nerdy
nerd
thing,
thing,
us guitarists
yeah.
like to do. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like car collectors
Mhm.
or people that collect old sport jerseys or whatever. It's like,
Yes.
it's a hobby thing.
It's a hobby thing, and don't get me wrong, there are people who do that who are awesome. Joe Bonamassa is like the biggest
Guitar nerd.
guitar. He has a house that's like a guitar house and
Yeah.
amp house, and he's a phenomenal player.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, I mean, you already told me, but tell everyone why you picked the Super Reverb as your amp.
Oh well, originally I was young and silly, and my hero Stevie Ray, that was one of his main amps. So,
Have you
I
ever
like
thought
the
about
script.
getting like a dumble copy?
a what? A dumble?
Yeah, like a replica of a dumble.
Do those exist?
Yeah, many.
Really?
Yeah.
Not like actual dumbles, right? Because they only made a few.
Those
right?
are 100K. You're not gonna invest in 100K.
Jeez, yeah.
But they're like, Two Rock makes
Mhm.
overrated, whatever they're called.
Really?
They're like in the 2,000 to 3,000.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not. I mean, I love a dumble. Dumble sounds awesome.
I have
Texas
a friend
Flood?
that has like a Two Rock, I think, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
I can see if
Oh.
I can hook you up and try it, you know?
That'd be amazing. I'd love
Yeah.
to try one. Yeah, ideally I'd get a second Fender amp to go with this one.
What would you get?
Maybe a twin.
A twin?
I think, like for the
The-
really, this thing's breaking up a lot on lower volumes, so I need something clean.
You need a cleaner one.
I think so, yeah, because even like this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not clean. It is on 7 though, so but
It is. I mean,
it's right around
it's
breakup
set
territory.
to break up right now. Tell us a little bit about your pedal board. It's a sort of simple board.
Fairly simple pedal board. I have my wah-wah pedal, Vox, into a Hughes and Kettner. It's called a Tube Factor, which is kind of like a tube screamer, but I guess a little bit more advanced. It has a tube in it, actually.
Mm.
It's in the middle there that lights up, and it has 2 distortion channels.
Have you tried a normal TS9?
I have a TS-808. I have 2, actually. I've never
nice.
tried a TS9, but I have 2 TS-808s. Actually don't know where they
But you
are
like
now.
this one better?
Yeah. I think this one's pretty warm.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm a-
tube.
Yeah, exactly, the tube. I don't know, it's almost like glassy too. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I resort back to the tube screamers sometimes. And then I have a fuzz face, and then just a digital delay.
Yeah. I mean,
Three.
I don't feel like you need more. And you because you have the Super Reverb, you have reverb built in.
Yeah, so I'd always have the reverb on 3.
Yeah.
That's always my standard. So I don't need a reverb pedal.
I feel like that it's honestly like pretty standard on a Super Reverb. Like if you go past 3, it gets almost muddy because it's so
Oh
reverby.
yeah, then it becomes overkill.
Yeah.
But it's true that most amps don't have reverb, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I'm so used to. I've only ever had Fender amps. I'm
Yeah.
so used to.
none of my amps have reverb built in, so I
Really?
always had to like buy like a. I never had a reverb pedal until like recently. I
Yeah.
bought this like UA Audio. It's called like a Delverb, so it's got both of them inside of it,
A
delay
Delverb?
and reverb.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The only amp I have that has like built-in like effects is this like vintage Watkins amp from the 50s, and it has like a built-in old school tremolo,
Oh, that's
which
awesome.
it pulsates really heavy.
I think that this one has that too. I don't have the pedal though,
Oh yeah,
but it does have tremolo in it.
Yeah, because
does
it's
it?
actually kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
dialed in right now, but it's not on.
No, you need the pedal to make it work. I
Yeah.
think this is built in too. I'm pretty sure, but this is a
Yeah,
spring,
yeah.
spring reverb.
Yeah.
So whenever I move it, it's like. Yep.
Yeah. By the way, what kind of strings do you put on?
These are 13s,
What brand?
just like Stevie. GHS. GHS all the way except for the G string because the pack that it comes with it's wound, so I have to buy a separate one from Ernie Ball.
Oh,
that's
shit.
plain. So this
Yeah.
is a 20.20.
And you tune down.
I tune down to D, whole step.
Yeah. Does the whole band, like, does Michael also tune down to D? So he plays in standard while you're
He
in.
plays in standard, yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. I don't wanna
But
be
you do get
guy.
that low D though, naturally, which is super cool.
Yeah, I I mean, I just do it purely because my fingers would be cut off by now.
Yeah.
If I didn't do it. But especially because I bend so much.
Yeah.
And even that hurts sometimes if I don't practice for a while and then my calluses go away. But if I tuned up more,
that's really interesting because I feel like, because you're like one of the more technical guitar players that I've seen live and that I've met, and you're really sling very fast. So you don't have to practice every day to keep that up.
Oh, I do have to practice every day.
Yeah.
I do have to practice every day.
Yeah.
But when I don't, if ever I don't, it goes away real fast.
Really?
Especially the older you get. Oh yeah. I'll lose stuff. Even today, like that intro. Sorry, I'm still hung up on it. That was not good.
So
Okay, good. We'll do now. Try
what
it.
cable?
Chance to redeem.
I mean,
Okay, so this cable is made of gold. I'm just kidding. I was like,
it's 24 karat gold.
that's why we're gonna go. Dude, I don't know. Like you're talking about these, right?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
I have no idea. what these
Not
cables
everyone cares that much
that a
about
thing?
cables. What?
are. Is that a thing to know what the cables are?
Some people care a lot about it. Some people don't. I used to not give a. I used to use this one actually, and then I was like, well, I was actually gonna record, and I was recording DI to revamp. So I was like, I better get something that's high quality. So I went to a guitar store. And I was like, what would like the pros use when they're recording in the studio? And they were like, oh, you use Mogami cables then.
What are they called?
Mogami.
Mogami?
And they're like $85 a cable. But I still have
See?
those cables 2 years later, you know.
Yeah, so they last a while.
Well, I'm very particular about wrapping them right.
Oh yeah.
I
sure.
never used to be.
You take
but
good care of them.
Yeah, well, because I'm not gonna buy $160 worth of cables again for a while.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I just like I throw mine in the case. Like I'm
Sponsor me if you feel like Mogami.
Yeah,
And
me too.
especially
I
this
don't know
guy,
who you
this
are,
guy.
but I'll take it. Thanks.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
But you
what's
also
so good about them?
It's just very like the signal's very pure. I think they
very
use
pure.
like some kind of gold and like the thing that goes into.
Oh, so
the
there's gold.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't completely talking out of my ass.
I don't know, dude. Like it's like, do you hear the difference? Would the average listener hear the difference? It's like with everything. Like that's why I
you?
said like, do you hear a difference with the vintage gear? I don't know. Depends on who's playing.
You could give Stevie a Squire and it would still sound.
It would
great.
still sound like Stevie
So,
Ray Vaughan.
yeah.
If you gave Hendrix a modern Strat, I bet if Hendrix was alive now, he wouldn't use like vintage gear. He would probably use like brand new Fenders and Marshalls.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they all those guys would be with the times. We're the ones
Yeah.
who were like obsessed with. Oh my God, the way it used to be.
The way it used to be, yeah.
But I'm sure. Yeah, Hendrix would be using the latest guitar that's coming
He
out.
wouldn't. I don't think he would have invested in like vintage gear. It seems so.
He'd be like, that's from a time, an older time when I used to play this, and I'm not that person anymore. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna play the current stuff.
I think that's why it was kind of like a thing for David Gilmour to give up the black Strat. Like he didn't give.
Maybe
He didn't care anymore.
I didn't think about that, but it's true. Yeah, maybe we just got over it. Like it served its purpose on the wall.
Yeah.
And who has that? Oh, isn't it Slash? Who has it?
Is it Slash?
I just read something about Slash. I don't know if
He
it's. I think
said
so.
something about it. He said he wouldn't bring it to a bar. I think he said. Or something
Oh,
like that.
okay. You saw the same thing on Instagram. I thought it said that he had it or something. Maybe he doesn't.
I don't know. But anyways,
Yeah. Well,
whatever. So
Where
yeah,
goes
let's hear
Slash?
some more stuff, dude. I want to shred a
yeah.
little bit.
Let me see.
Let's
Let
get
me
it.
redeem myself. Redeem myself. Yeah. I do love country playing.
Yeah,
I know we didn't talk about that, but just throwing that out there.
I love country too.
Finger picking.
You big Danny Gatton guy?
Never listened to him that much, but I've seen his. Didn't he have like a master or a tutorial?
He does. You
Yeah.
you know he taught Bonamassa as well, I would assume,
Yes, I do
Yeah.
know that he taught him,
when he was little.
and
boy.
that's where Bonamassa got a lot of that stuff. But Bonamassa always also stole a lot from Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson coined a lot of this. What's it called? Hybrid picking. With his chords. Definitely stole that from you, Eric. Love you. Yeah.
I feel like, because I think I told you the first time I met you, I
Uh-huh.
told you like you reminded me of Bonamassa, but I think I know why. Because both you and Bonamassa love Steve Ray Vaughan and Eric
Well,
Johnson a lot.
definitely the
So-
Eric Johnson thing for sure.
Yeah.
And
But when he used to play
Yes.
Strats, he sounded a lot like Stevie.
he would sound like Stevie too. And when he did it more, it was bluesy stuff too. And he admits this like in so many interviews
Oh, yeah.
that he's
Yeah.
like, this is straight from Eric. Straight from Eric. All his like really fast leads,
Yeah.
which I won't attempt to do right now because I'm feeling rusty. But
I was hoping for something.
for some Eric Johnson. Definitely stole that from him. Half-ass trying to be Eric Johnson,
Sounds great.
but
Half-assed my ass.
but no, his stuff definitely stole that from him.
So Augie's mainly like a Strat guy.
Strat
So we're
guy.
gonna have him try a
Strat?
1965 Gibson ES355.
Never touched.
Never touched one before.
Oh, this is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, only fitting to play some BB King on this, huh?
Yeah.
It's very sexy. It's true. I'm so used to the heavier strings. These
Yeah.
are like I'll push up and then all the way.
Also, it's an E flat too, so.
It's an E flat. Oh.
Yeah.
Straight. Sounds very pretty.
Yeah. Let's hear what's in
Thank you.
game.
Oh yeah. Let's put that.
Sounds good. And that's with the volume like halfway down.
Oh, I know. I didn't. Yeah, I know. I was like, it's true. You noticed that. I was like, he's not gonna notice.
No, I don't care. It's actually very bright
What?
sounding for a Gibson though, right?
I
It's
was
not
gonna say,
that
it
far
sound-
off.
It doesn't sound that, dude, that much different from the Strat.
No.
I don't think. I don't know. But, and this is both, right?
Yeah.
So, oh, I love that tone. That's almost like a telly,
Yeah.
because you'd have the same configuration.
Is there anything you want to share with people?
Sorry,
Putting you on the spot a little
I know,
bit.
you're putting me on the spot. I have no guidance. I have no questions. Anything I want to share? I don't know.
I'll say
Practice
this.
every day, kids.
Practice every day. Go to Instagram and check out Vertige Band and follow Augie.
Appreciate that.
I'll drop the links below.
Thank you, everyone watching.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. Get one of those in there. All right.